ESPN's Adam Schefter talking about what he thinks the Browns should look for in their next head coach.
I don't think the Cleveland Browns can hire a defensive-minded coach, head coach, and keep that defense together the way it is for this reason. Their defensive coordinator, Jim Schwartz, has done an unbelievable job. He's respected around the league. If they hire a defensive-minded head coach, let's think of the top defensive candidates: Brian Flores, Jesse Minter, Steve Spagnuolo. You come up with any defensive coordinator.
It's Anthony Weaver,
Jeff Hafley, whoever. Jim Schwartz is not going to be happy about that.
No.
And they're going to lose him. So if you're the Browns, you are absolutely looking at an offensive-minded head coach so you can retain your defensive coordinator who's sought after. I think that's how they're thinking in Cleveland right now. And I think that's how they have to think because Jim Schwartz is that good and that valuable. If they lose Schwartz, that defense steps back. So that's why the defense is taken care of. You don't want to mess with something that's successful. Let's get the offense humming. Let's get the quarterback right. Let's move forward in that regard, and let's get an offensive-minded coach. I know Kevin Stefanski was one, but they've decided to move on.
Yeah, and Fred, I'd take it even a step further. I think you shouldn't. One of the reasons I think you should name Schwartz head coach, he already has half, if not 3/4 of the locker room behind him.
Well, they were all in the exit interviews on Monday talking to. A lot of them were pretty outspoken that they were stumping for Schwartz for the job. A lot of guys were also for Stefanski before he was let go, but one of them was not Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was actually stumping for Schwartz, and to me, it's pretty obvious. I know they can't say that because you have to go through the whole process. You have to go through the Rooney Rule and all those different things. But why would you, dismantle half of your group? Because like you said, you have, I think 10 of the 11 starters from this year are under contract on defense, and most of them are younger. And what a lot of people forget about is Martin Emerson is expected to be back. That's a de facto starter to really help you at cornerback to go with Campbell and Ward. And who knows, if JOK can return, there you got a Pro Bowl. Those are like adding 2 first and second round draft picks to your good defense already. So I guess I just don't understand it, why there would be, any hesitation. And to think we're going to go get an offensive head coach and just have him be on defense. Unless he has no other options, I don't know why he would do that, because he could probably go wherever Kevin Stefanski goes. I do know that Andrew Berry was very influential in bringing Schwartz to the Browns, and he had not worked or had a connection necessarily with Stefanski prior. So I do think there is, some pull there. And I just gather, I think Schwartz is interested. I don't know if he'll get a lot of looks from other teams. And so he's 59. Yeah, he might not hit the prototypical, but I think that you could get an aggressive young offensive coordinator to come in, and it might even be Tommy Rees stays, if Schwartz is there. But if you start all over, you're rolling the dice. You don't know what you're going to get. And I know you put out all this exhaustive search stuff, but it just seems plain as day to me what you should do. Might not be that exciting, but if things don't go well, then you can next year, because now Andrew Berry really, it's all on him, and he's got to get it right. Like we've seen the bar here, fired the coach because they only won 8 games in 2 years. And so they feel they can still win. And I just, if you were going to stay offensive side, you didn't really need to make the move.